BBC Radio Devon, just before 20 to 8 on Monday. Of course, Formula One's become a huge deal thanks to hit shows like Drive and Survive on Netflix. But did you know we have another type of motorsport which is hugely popular right here in Devon? Speed Hillclimb is essentially a race against the clock to the top of a hill, and the Hillclimb British Championships takes place this weekend, a race course in East Devon. Nigel Cole works there, Wiscombe Park. It's just near Collerton, and can tell us a lot more about this. We seem to talk about this time every year, Nigel. Good morning.
Good morning, Rick. Yes, it's that time of the year when we welcome the British Hillclimb Championship to Wiscombe Park.
Now, for those that don't know, tell us a bit about this, because there is history at Wiscombe Park, isn't there?
There certainly is, yes. The venue opened for its first event in 1958. It was organised by the landowner, Major Richard Chichester, and his great friend, Major Charles Lambton, both motorsport fans, and decided that the 1,000-yard driveway to Wiscombe House would make an ideal speed hill climb venue. And the first event was held in 1958. We welcomed the British Championships for the first time in 1962, and there have been events held continuously at Wiscombe ever since.
It is a great track, and one of the wonderful things about hill climbing is you can get up close and personal with the teams, touch and feel the cars and see what they're doing. I mean, is it a very accessible form of motorsport?
It is. It's often referred to as the grassroots of motorsport. It's where a lot of competitors will make their first sort of really serious motorsport debuts because it offers all levels of category of car. So you can start with a standard road-going car, which is where a lot of people start off, and then depending upon your budget and ability, you can work your way right the way through to the very quickest single-seater racing cars, and at the very top level, the sort of cars that will be competing at Wiscombe this weekend, they're very comparable to a Formula One car. Sophisticated aerodynamics, large Formula One type engines, 3.3 litre, 4 litre engines. Cars would be capable of about 180 miles an hour. At Wiscombe, they're usually geared to hit about 130 mile an hour on the main straight, which is Whiz Straight, and they have to brake very hard then for our classic corner called Martini.
You do need nerves of steel. I mean, having sort of spoken to some of the drivers in the past, actually, and even seen the on-car camera footage, when they come up to some of those bends, because bearing in mind that they're kind of, although there is some padding, they're mainly just trees. It's pretty scary stuff, isn't it?
Exactly. It is a sport for the brave and committed, and unlike it's circuit racing where you normally have quite large runoff areas of grass and gravel, etc. At Wiscombe Park, there isn't the luxury of that. So the course is basically lined with earth banks, railway sleepers and trees. So a driver has to get it right, otherwise risk damaging his car. So it is a very, very precise and technical sport.
It's one of those things, isn't it? Because to walk up, so if you've been down at the bottom watching the racing, to walk up takes you about half an hour. The drivers do it in about 25 seconds.
Yeah, well, the hill record currently, at last year's British Championship event, we had 8 new records set that weekend, and Matt Ryder, who went on to become the 2024 British champion, he set a record on the Saturday, and then he broke his own record on the Sunday, settling the current hill record at 31.77 seconds.
Wow, it is pretty quick, it really is. I mean, the last couple of years, last year the weather was glorious. The year before that, it was on the wet side, wasn't it?
Yes, obviously the weather conditions is something we have no control over. We hope the sun is going to shine for both days this weekend, but of course, as in any form of motorsport, the wet often throws up a different challenge, and for the drivers that perhaps have the smaller engine cars, the smaller capacity cars, they're often at an advantage if the conditions are wet, the track is a little bit greasy. So in those sort of conditions, the cars with the big engines are possibly at a slight disadvantage. And one person to particularly look out for is Plymouth-based Alex Cole. Alex became the British Hillclimb Cup champion in 2022. This season, he's currently lying in 5th place, and he is racing a car called a Force TA, which has one of the smaller engines in the top 10 of the British Championship. His is a 1.3 litre motorbike Suzuki engine with a supercharger on it. Alex will certainly go very well if the conditions are wet or damp. A couple of meetings ago, he set his best ever British Championship qualifying when he finished second, which when you're giving away so much power to 3 and 4 litre cars, just goes to show how much skill Alex has got. So a name to look out for at the weekend, and certainly for the future.
Brilliant. Right, Nigel, give us all the details. Where can people find out more, and what's the start time on Saturday?
Yes, you can go to Wiscombe website, www.wiscombepark.co.uk. Gates open at 8:30. Tickets in advance available up to Friday evening, 6 o'clock. They are £15, or a weekend ticket for £24. Then tickets are available both days on the gate for £17. Under 16s are free. Free access to the paddock all day. Paddock also has food and refreshments. Come and enjoy a great day of speed hill climbing and see the fastest cars and drivers in the UK. We've also got some local Southwest drivers as well as Alex. We've got John Langmead, Jonathan Williamson and Rod Isles to look out for as well. Come along and have a great day's motorsport at Wiscombe Park.
Fantastic. Look forward to it. Thank you, Nigel, as always. And it's what, as I say, one of the things is that you can go and talk to the drivers, ask them all the questions which you've always wondered about. Watched some guy last year with like a paint scraper, and he was scraping the wheels of his tyres. Fascinating to find the insight. It really is. But anyway, that's this weekend. Nigel, thank you very much as ever. It's 7:45.